Silent Hill, TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. Hey. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? What the business is, what the deal is. It's your boy Wild Card Mar. I'm in the building. Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, gotta give a shout out to my guy Silent Hill TDS. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Gotta give my guy a shout out. Made the dope intro to the podcast. You did. Shout out to him. Make sure you go show my guy some love. Hitchhikers on YouTube. And of course, while you over there checking him out on YouTube, y'all know the deal, man. Check us out. Check us out, I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram. Most importantly, right here on the YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, lets you know every time we drop some new content. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. Hey, you want to chop it up with me? Casey Wildcard on the Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I don't care. X, whatever. Tap in with me over there. Wildcard on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, man. Grinding. Getting towards the end of the week. It's Friday. Yes, sir. Excited about that. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm gonna take the family out to a high school out here where we're living out here in Kansas, Mill Valley High School, the Jaguars. I'm gonna check them out. I've been hearing that they're actually pretty good. Been winning some state championships. So we'll see what's up with them. Obviously, I just want to get, become part of the local community. If we stay here in this area, the kids will probably end up going to that high school eventually. So, just kind of want to, start, showing my face around in the community. Hopefully, hopefully I can get some interviews with Mill Valley coach and players. You know, I think that'll be dope. But hey, man, it's Friday night. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Boom. Let's have a good show. Definitely cheers to my homeboy, Jersey Boy MJ. He's getting better. But still got some work to do, and we're going to keep supporting my guy. Going over to the Facebook page, I.O.W Sports Network, we have a GoFundMe set up for MJ, just to, you know, show his family and to MJ that we, you know, showing us some support to our guy. You know, just hey, if you got $1, $5, $10, anything helps, just to help him and his family out through his trying times. So no doubt. So definitely keep Jersey Boy MJ in your prayers for sure. Man, college football is back. Well, they had week 0, had a few teams play last week, but now this is week 1. Everybody's full tilt. Obviously Labor Day coming up, so that usually gives you the calendar time. That is go time. You dig? So for sure, college football is back, and this is how you know college football is back. It's because you start getting top plays like this. I mean, it came in a losing effort. Came late in the game when the game was kind of out of hand, but love to see plays like this. Caleb Douglas with the wild card top play from the night.
Mertz lofting to the end zone, jump ball, and Caleb Douglas catches the ball. Kind of a delayed reaction. He kind of stood there. Nice grab coming back to it.
It was an unbelievable catch. I mean, he took that ball away from the taller Vaughn. Vaughn's 6'2". Douglas is at 6'4", goes up and over him. And I really don't think Vaughn ever really located the football. Great job in a 50-50 ball. All hands for the big man to bring that down. So they capitalize after the replay. Very next chance, they get a one-on-one matchup, and Douglas comes down with a big catch for the Gators offense. They're finally get their first touchdown of the year.
Hey, I love to see it. Love to see it. Caleb Douglas, top play, wild card play from the night. I mean, ain't that what y'all young folks do? Beep, 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 beep. Got him. You got mossed. You got mossed. Oh, but no, hey, college football is back. College football is back, and I gotta say this real quick. And I might go on a rant, so just forgive me. Bear with me, folks. Here's my deal. I know Prime Deion Sanders is a polarizing figure right now in college sports, but I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to do wonders in Colorado. Got some studs on that squad. And what's the deal with everybody coming at Coach Prime for some reason? I don't know why people feel like they got to come at Coach Prime. I don't know if they trying to make a name for themselves. I don't know. I don't get it. Look, here's my thing. Like them, hate them, feel indifferent, whatever. Bottom line is this. Coach Prime has been doing what he's doing right now with that overhaul of that roster. He needed to. They won one game last year, 1-11. He needed to overhaul it, all right? And he did it through the transfer portal and recruiting. Fact of the matter is, he didn't break no violations. He didn't do anything different from any of the other coaches do to get players. So he's the only coach that uses the transfer portal? No. He's the only coaches that recruit? No. I'll tell you this: he's the coach that has been embracing the NIL. He's been the coach that is embracing the social media aspect and the effect and how to reach the youth. I'll say that, but we can't. Why is he getting so much hate? Why is he getting so much flack? Huh? Hey, somebody who's not a fan of Deion Sanders, please let me know what is the problem with Deion. Deion is doing literally everything that every coach has been doing in college football for forever. Recruiting well. And since the transfer portal has been introduced, he's been taking advantage of that. But you got coaches that have been hating on him and throwing shade at him for no reason. Why? If you're just going to be a hater, then so be it. Say you're a hater. Just come out and tell the world that, hey, I'm a hater. Because I'm mad that he's doing what I've been doing, but he's doing it better. Because that's what it is. And Deion Sanders, he's being himself, his personality. That's been his personality all the way through high school, college, pros, whether it was baseball or NFL. When he retired and became an analyst on NFL Network, this been his personality. Prime has been consistent all the way through. This is prime Deion Sanders. And so you got coaches like Pat Narduzzi, Lane Kiffin. They all want to, I don't like what he's doing. Why not? So you telling me as a coach, you're just going to accept all the qualities of a 1-11 team from the year before and just keep it around and expect to be different just because you're the coach? No. Yes, coaching does matter, but let's be honest. Why are you mad that he flipped the roster? And I would have never done that. You're not supposed to do that. Why not? You just supposed to keep a 1-11 team around? Come on now. Quit with the dumb shit. Let's be logical about this. So it's almost like when you go and you get a manager job. You're the new manager. All right. The reason why there was a vacancy is because the first manager wasn't getting the job done. So you go in there and you're supposed to clean it up. Why would you carry over a lot of the things that was with the previous managerial team that was failing, doing a piss poor job? Why would you carry over that? Let's start thinking logical. Let's start thinking with common sense. If something doesn't work before you arrive, why would you keep it when you do arrive? It didn't work. Now, this might be some things you might keep around because the talent is there. Might be able to do something with it, but for the most part, you can't keep it all there. You went 1-11. And here's what I think the true reason why a lot of coaches are getting upset with Coach Prime is because he knows how to reach the youth. And he has an inside track how to recruit these kids. We got to be honest. Let's keep it funky. That's what we do on I.O.W. Sports. Let me ask you this. So when Taekwon is in the middle, he down in South Central. Or he down in the muck. He down in Florida. Or he down in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, regardless, Deep South. Or he down in Texas. Low-income neighborhoods. Gunshots. Police sirens going off. The Nick Saban ain't going to be too comfortable going into surroundings going to recruit that talent. I tell you that. Deion go. But let me ask you this. Let's just be realistic about the situation. Who would you? If you were an 18, 17-year-old kid with so much talent, who would you feel would be able to coach you and give you the game, not just on the field, but off the field in a different light more than Prime? Just Nick Saban. I get it. Nick Saban's a good recruit. Track record is there. Many national championships. Many guys in the NFL. He built an established program. But I'm telling you, as a guy that loves football, I'm gonna go. I want to get the game from a guy that not only played in the NFL, played on the big stage in college, played on the big stage in the NFL, being a champion, a Hall of Famer, and he can give me game on and off the field. I want to lend his ear. There's no diss to Nick Saban, but also I will be able to probably relate more with Deion. And he's also not afraid to adapt to the. Did y'all see? He was doing this at Jackson State, mind you, where they was putting the socials on the back of their practice jerseys. Prime has embraced the times that we are in. He's an old school coach. He is. He coaches his team tough, rough, direct. He's expecting a certain level of production, practice skills, and hey, don't believe it? Go watch his practices. He's on these boys. He's on them. He coaches them hard. He coaches them tough. That's the old school part of him. But he recognizes that the newer generation, in order to reach them, you got to be able to find something to relate to them. That's why he's doing the dancing and the playing the music and just being himself, because he was once them. He sees himself in these young men. Deion Sanders was just on the other end of that spectrum 30 years ago. I know it's some time in between that, but damn it, there's some things that still relate to when he was in Florida State doing his thing, coming up the ranks to the NFL, and he knows the pathway of these young gentlemen are trying to go down. I would go to Prime Deion Sanders a million times over if I was a 17, 18-year-old young man. I want to learn from him. It's no diss to Kirby Smart and Nick Saban, but I can't relate to y'all. We ain't come from the same background. We may have certain similarities, maybe certain things that might overlap, that make sense that we could both relate to, but for the most part, I can relate more to Prime Deion Sanders than I could Nick Saban or Kirby Smart. Okay? He has it in. That's why I think he gets a lot of the hate. It's because he's able to tap into the talent and have a relatable, mental wavelength. And it gives him the advantage. Hey, that's why they're really threatened by Prime. Give him about 3-4 years, and he starts getting the number one recruits, and they not going to Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Oklahoma, USC, and they start going to Colorado with Prime, because it will happen. Come on, you don't forget that Travis Hunter. Come on, if he got him to go to Jackson State, I trust and believe me that he will be able to get top recruits to go to Boulder, Colorado. More money, crazy facilities, bigger bank account to be funded to the program. Trust. Hey, Deion's about to shake up D1 college. He's about to shake it up. And it starts this week against TCU. I did see that they are 20.5 point underdog. Maybe Vegas ain't. Maybe they trying to play the trick on y'all. Maybe if people don't believe it. I don't know. But I tell you this, I won't be surprised if Colorado goes in there and gets the upset win. Upset. They're calling it an upset, but I know, I get it. It's a lot of unknown with a coach prime-led Colorado Buffalo team. You ain't seen them play. You want to see if they can do it. I get it, but sometimes I have faith in the system and the person and the coach, and they do got some talent on that squad. So they got some talent on the squad. So yeah, man, I'm just glad college football is back. Utah took it to Florida tonight. My Missouri Tigers, I thank you for, scheduling your cupcake. Schedule your cupcake and handle business. Handle business against, I think they played North Dakota or South Dakota. Either way, hey, play your cupcakes, get your wins, get your momentum. Hey, most teams do it, where you go ahead and just start, building some confidence. That was our confidence builder tonight. Real quick, as we stay in the world of football, TJ Hockenson, tight end for the Minnesota Vikings, got an extension, becoming the highest paid tight end in NFL history of guaranteed money. Gets 42.5 guaranteed, and of annual value at 17.125 million. So those are new benchmarks for the tight end position. Overall, a 4-year, $66 million contract, could get up to 68.5. And hey, look, TJ's good. TJ is, I think he's a good player, good tight end. I don't know. I kind of feel like this is almost like a Jaylen Brown move, like in comparison to the NBA, where Jaylen Brown set different benchmarks on contract money, and you don't necessarily consider him one of the best players in the NBA. This is kind of how I feel on this situation. So I think TJ Hockenson is a damn good football player, damn good tight end. But obviously, when you look at the hierarchy of the tight ends in the NFL, obviously, we know who you're starting with: Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Mark Andrews. I kind of go right there as your top three. Then you could possibly go. Who else could you throw in there? Maybe Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz. So I don't think TJ Hockenson is too far off from being in that top 5-ish realm, but he certainly isn't the best tight end in the league, and I don't think that's up for debate. But right now, he's the highest paid tight end, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, wild card, you're a Chief fan. Why isn't Travis Kelce the highest paid?" Well, I mean, me and MJ had talked about it on this show before. I don't think Travis Kelce really cares to be the highest paid tight end. He said, he's even said it on his podcast. Like, my agents get mad at me. They say, "Bro, you're not reaching your contract value. You're worth more than that." But guess what? Here's the advantage of why you see Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes take less money, because they're going to make that back in endorsements. They really are. They're doing just fine in the endorsement department, that you don't have to necessarily take so much money from the franchise, to get all your income. And hey, I'm all about players getting your bread. Get your bread, especially football players, because you play one hell of a violent ass sport. And for you, who can possibly not even walk again, because it's a possibility, come out of the game not being 100% you, brain injuries, ligaments and things all tore up. Have y'all seen some of these football players after they played 10, 11, 12, 13 type of years in the NFL? I mean, some of these cats can't get out of bed without pain. Have y'all seen Torrey Holt's fingers? I'm talking about they throwing up all kind of gang signs from just, catching footballs at a high rate, messing up your fingers. I mean, so it's a gruesome sport. Tears you up, tears your body up. messes with your mental. Say what you want. So it's like, get your bread. But Travis Kelce is in a situation where he's going to make so much money in endorsements. Let's keep this Super Bowl window open. As in, let's make sure we always keep the key pieces here to keep this window open of a Super Bowl team. I don't necessarily agree with it, because at the end of the day, hey, get all your bread, especially you NFL cats. Get all the bread that you can. I mean, look, I get it. As a Chief fan, I'm saying that right now. I hope Chris Jones gets his money. I prefer it be with the Chiefs, but get paid. You got to get paid. I'm not one of those fans like, oh, he's selfish. He's messing up his legacy. No. This is business. And we as fans are just the byproduct of the business. Because at the end of the day, we're still going to consume the product. We're still going to watch all the football games, watch the Super Bowl, buy the jerseys, buy the cups, buy the tickets, pay for the parking, get the concessions. We're still going to invest our hard-earned money into the NFL product. But my main point is that get your bread, because you have to, that's your job. You feel you outperform your contract? Hell, you should ask for a raise. I've done it. I've done it multiple jobs. See, because here's my thing with fans. We can't put ourselves in their shoes because our shoes ain't theirs. We can't think like they should think like us, because they're not in a quote unquote normal type of situation. Their lifestyle is very public. Whether they put it out there or not, it's still very public. I mean, the media and paparazzi, hey, they're waiting for you, see you, talk to you, because people want the access to these individuals that we see on this platform every Sunday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturdays. But we also got to remember that they are real people, and yes, they are getting paid handsomely, but that is their job. I hate that argument. Like, how dare y'all act like this? Y'all get paid millions of jobs. No, you sound like a salty, bitter motherfucker because you made bad choices and you broke as hell working paycheck to paycheck. Don't be mad at these players because they followed their dream, stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Put in the time. Because do y'all know how hard it is to continue in the NFL? This shit ain't easy. Not everybody making it. You know how many people in neighborhoods across America had the athleticism to be in the NFL, but for other circumstances, they didn't make it? There's a lot of great talent that ain't made the NFL. That's how tough it is. So let's as fans, let's chill out with this. Oh, hey, you're not being a team player. You're not being this. You're not being that. It is not a player's job. It is not Chris Jones' job. It's not Nick Bosa's job. It's not anybody player who's holding out to get their money. It is not their job to make sure that the team is still set up for success if they have to sit down for some time. That ain't their job. That's what you have a general manager for, to bring in personnel. That's what you have a coach for, to make those coaching decisions and to make sure that you coach up the people that you got in the building. It ain't up to the player that needs their money. They all well deserved. Hey, Nick Bosa, Chris Jones are well deserving of any type of pay raise that they are asking or seeking for. We as fans may not like the way they go about it, but they say, who gives a damn? That ain't up to us, whether we like it or not. Chris Jones, I think the strategy is bad. I wouldn't leave $20 million on the table. That's just me. But if he feels that's what he has to do to get adequate value for him, so be it. So when you look at TJ Hockenson, hey, cash your checks in, young bruh. Cash them. You ain't winning no Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest about that. Hey, there's only two things that you can become a winner at in the NFL. Paychecks or championships. Which one you want? You got to make a decision. Not everybody is fortunate in the NFL to have the combo of championships and money. So hey, what you want? You want stacks or you want the championships? That's what it comes down to in the NFL. It's only so often you get the combination of both to go together. This is a business. A business. So, hey man, congratulations to TJ. I mean, if Minnesota's comfortable with paying that, it's so be it. That's their prerogative. But at the end of the day, you have to value as a player. You either want the stacks or the championships. And Travis Kelce is not at the top of the tight end paid value list because he's choosing championships right now over cash. And you can't blame him. It is what it is. People got their decisions. People got their choices. They have that right to that. And they got their own logic to why they're doing it. It is what it is. So I'm not mad at it. Hey, congratulations to TJ. Get your money, young man. And hey, but you got to ball out. Got to ball out. Only reason why I say that is because, damn it, you got a quarterback that is can be shaky at times. Hey, come on, man. We know what it is. Kirk Cousins can be shaky at times. He can. Speaking of quarterbacks, oh man, interesting conversation. I Am Athlete. They had a conversation, and this is what was said. Let's take it to Ashley Nicole Moss, and just kind of get a background on kind of what was talked about when
Dan Marino is the GOAT, not Tom Brady. Listen, he said, quote, put Marino into today's game where he gets free release and his receivers, holy cow, weren't very big. Now these guys are 6'4", 6'5". I think Marino is probably one of the most unsung heroes of the game. People don't talk enough about him or realize the numbers that he put up during the time that he put them up. Montana goes on to say that Patrick Mahomes has the potential to surpass Dan Marino as the GOAT eventually. He says, quote, the things he does and is able to do are so different than what any other quarterback out there does who's out there. Now, we actually spoke to Lawrence Taylor once upon a time, and it's interesting that Joe Montana has Dan Marino as his GOAT because Lawrence Taylor, LT, told us that Joe Montana, not Tom Brady, is the GOAT. Check this clip out.
We talk about GOATs and we talk about greatness. Some people have a very specific idea what that looks like, what that person looks like. You know, we talk about Tom Brady, and outside of, his recent personal issues, there hasn't been anything about Brady that can make anybody say,
era.
Right.
Era. You think
but that's my point. Do people acknowledge the layers of greatness, and that greatness doesn't always come in one form, one persona, one look, one career, one lifestyle, that it can exist? It's a very broad spectrum of what that looks like.
Joe Montana's still my man. He's still my man. I mean, let's just say, hey, a greatest quarterback stuff. Hey, I'm still with Joe Montana. I'm not going with Tom Brady. Why? Man, listen. Tom Brady got all the rules on his side. You can't touch him. He said, listen, you can't touch him. If you hit him, if you breathe on him, they're going to throw a flag. I don't understand how he drops back 8 yards and he's sitting in a little cocoon and they're not sending people at him. Why the defense not sending people? Man, let me tell you something. See, and that would have been a penalty because if I was playing, I'm hitting him every play. Listen, even if I had this pat on my ass, I was right there beside you.
Gotta love some LT. That's I Am Athlete, asking Nicole Moss, Brandon Marshall, B Marsh, Pac-Man Jones, all in the crew over there. I Am Athlete, dope content. And I've said this a million times. I would never have Tom Brady as my GOAT as the quarterback, and this is why. Because for several reasons. I got to take into context kind of what Lawrence Taylor is saying is we got to put in the context on when did they play. And this is what's so hard about all these GOAT conversations is because you're trying to compare players who played in different types of football games. Say what you want. When Joe Montana was playing in the 80s, early 90s, is a whole total different type of football game than what Tom Brady played in. Just facts. I mean, LT said it. Look at the rules. Brady has rules that were implemented because of him. When Bernard Pollard took his knee out in 08, they made sure, hey, we got to make sure we keep our quarterbacks in for the season. No more hitting low on the quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Illegal contact. Give my wide receivers free release. You can only touch them for a certain amount of yardage in the first 5 yards. Things like that. So, I mean, that's one factor. I would say Tom Brady is the greatest winner of all time. I mean, come on. 7 chips, 10 Super Bowl appearances. Come on. He's the greatest winner because here's my thing. When you bring up the team success in the GOAT conversation, yes, it does matter, but I don't think you can make your basis 100% off of a team achievement. You know what I'm saying? And with Tom Brady being, for me, the greatest winner, and I know people are going to pull up his stats. Well, look at Brady. He's career passing yardage, career touchdowns. Okay, I get it. Again, context. When you are literally in this passing league that you're in, and he's played majority of his career in it, all I'm gonna say is if Brady was playing in the NFL that was being reffed the way it was in the 80s, does he have this? Does he have those same numbers? Because we got to put in the context, Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls in the 80s with those more constricted rules, there wasn't no free release. I get it. He had Jerry Rice. I get it. But still, wasn't no free release. Wasn't no, it was damn near straight, just beat down to the quarterbacks back in the day. Joe Montana was getting his bell rung. See, Joe Montana didn't get the chance to play 22 seasons because he was getting years taken off his life playing in them 80s football, man. You don't believe me? Go look at some of them hits that Joe Montana was taking. I'm talking about just getting just straight beat up. Body would fly damn 10 yards down the field because a linebacker didn't came a free release and then knocked his head into next week. He's seeing cobwebs. Hey, Joe was beat up. By the time he got to Kansas City, probably only played 11 or 12 seasons, but beat up. Beat up. So hey, I hear what LT saying. He's saying Joe's his guy. Hey, I wouldn't have an argument for it because the fact of the matter is, hey, Joe Montana was a great quarterback. Did very accurate, but hey, played his role on the West Coast. Did what he was supposed to do. And the man, 4 Super Bowls. So if you're talking about that, in the middle of that, I don't know if Brady gets 7 chips, 10 Super Bowl appearances in that era of football. I don't know. It's hard to compare that because we're not going to be able to ever see it. So that's always the caveat when you have these GOAT conversations, because at the end of the day, you can't compare 2 different things in 2 different games. So you gotta make sure that when you have these conversations, try to take everything into context. Now, when it comes to, Joe Montana's comment and saying Dan Marino, I would say Dan Marino is probably one of the better pure passers. Shout out to Melvin Wall, Man Down Sports. Y'all tap in with all that content. He's saying Joe is my guy for QBs. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. And just to this point, and Mel says, and you're right, Brady is the greatest winner, not the greatest football player, and not the best quarterback. And that's the thing, because look at Brady's skill set. I can easily say that Dan Marino beats him out at skill set. Aaron Rodgers definitely beats out Tom Brady at skill set. Patrick Mahomes is going to beat him out at skill set. So how can you be the GOAT if I can name people that can play your position and have better skill sets than you at that same position? Tom Brady was a great winner. Hey, he did his thing, was accurate as hell. Had the sit. And now that he's left Belichick, I think we know who's the centerpiece and probably the, biggest thing about what made that thing roll in New England. But it's a combination of both. But towards the end, it was no doubt it was more Tom Brady that was the, the nucleus of that success. Yeah, Peyton Manning too. Peyton Manning's not the best skilled guy, but the hell of a quarterback. Hell of a quarterback. But Dan Marino, oh man, his passing skills was elite. And he wasn't throwing at nobody down there. I know what y'all want to say, super duper Mark Clayton, and nah. Dan Marino did his thing. And I think that's when the conversation starts changing, because you look at resumes and you say, oh, no championships. We can't put you in the conversation. Why the hell not? No, you gotta stats. Take your stats, take what you saw, apply it. Dan Marino, a bad motherfucker now. Bad. And do good. So I say what you want about the GOAT conversation when it comes to quarterback. I personally cannot have Tom Brady as my GOAT. I can name people that have better skill sets than you at that position. But you were fortunate. We can say what you want. Tom Brady was fortunate. Great situation that worked out perfect for him. Great atmosphere, coaching. Coaching matters. We talk about situations all the time on the I.O.W. Sports Show. Hey, the situation was prime. It was pristine. It was right time, right place for Tom Brady. So, hey, that's just, and I get it. You can look at Tom Brady's resume and look at the Super Bowls and look at the career passing yardage and TDs, and I get it. But that can't be your end-all, be-all. You got to put context into everything. MJ is the best player and has the best resume. You have to have the best player aspect first before even being considered. Tom is not that guy. Hey, you won't get an argument from me, Mel. Won't get an argument from me. I just think that just have it into context. But it is what it is. Some NFL news. Obviously, we talk about TJ Hockenson getting paid. Cooper Kupp They say he has a setback. And I got to give a shout out to my man, Detroit Mel. He said this. He was like, yo, why, if I'm Cooper Kupp, why would I still want to be here? And I'm on that train. I'm on that train with Detroit Mel. If I'm Cooper Kupp, I would request a trade out of just the fact that, hey, I already got a contract in place. You guys find a place and get me there. Because that window, that Super Bowl window for the Rams, it's shut. It is shut. They went all in. You know, I can't even remember the last time they had a first, was it 2016? When they drafted Jared Goff was the last time they had a first round pick. So you've been giving up all of these first round picks to get in veteran talent. You get to the Super Bowl, you win it. And now you can't afford everybody. You gave money to Aaron Donald. You gave money to Cooper Kupp. For some strange reason, you gave Matthew Stafford some more money. I didn't understand that. And the only reason why I say that is because, hey, Stafford been flirting with the R word, retirement. And so if you already throwing that word out there, that means, hey, you either come into an end or your body's just going to give up. And I think it's more of his body because he took a lot of beating in Detroit. They literally, didn't help him out. They definitely shortened his career and all the hits he was taking. And so if I'm Cooper Kupp, I'm like, yo, bro, when you got rid of Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller's no longer here. Leonard Floyd on the defense is gone. There's only pretty much Aaron Donald over there. On here on offense, ain't got much of a running game. Quarterback is shaky. Offensive line is shaky. Why would I come out here and keep putting my body on the line for a team that probably won't even scratch 500? And if you ask me, scratching 500 for the Rams is a victory of itself coming into this upcoming season. They're just not that same team, that same Super Bowl team. They just ain't. Call it what you want. This is just a byproduct when you go all in for these championships. Because eventually it closes that window and makes that window real small. Because you're not able to take those first round picks that, yes, you gave up on a veteran player. But the problem is that it's not able to give you the good talent and possibly build on for your future. So you cut your future off. So now you're dealing with a whole bunch of picks in the third and beyond that you're not getting the cream of the crop talent. All the talent is the big cream of the crop talent well is starting to dry up by the time the Rams start picking. So, hey, was it worth it? I guess so. You got one ring out of it. You couldn't repeat, couldn't sustain the championship window. But hell, you went all in and you got it. You get to display the trophy in your stadium, the banner. Congrats. But it's not the strategy was never sustainable for a long-term solution. It was always meant to be a real quick and short term. It was always meant to be like that. But here's now the backside. Again, if I'm Cooper Kupp, I'm asking to get up out of there. And hell, if I'm the Rams, I'm looking at the Cardinals and what they doing. I'm like, well, hell, we might as well do it too. Why not? How much y'all think y'all could get from Cooper Kupp? You can definitely at least get one first rounder, for sure. You might be able to throw in maybe a third and a fourth with that first rounder. You could get at least one first rounder. You can definitely do that. So I mean, if I'm Les Snead, I would seriously consider it. seriously put some thought into it. You've already kind of been cleaning house as is. You might as well do it now. Might as well do it now. I would if Matthew Stafford isn't able to go or he goes down, I am making sure that I got Stetson Bennett up to speed on how to run this offense. Because I think he actually does see the field at some point in the season. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I think, Matt Stafford is he's fragile. Especially this day and age. He ain't no spring chicken no more. He 33, 34, 35, somewhere in there. Injuries at the injuries. The O-line still ain't really fixed. So, we gonna have a quarterback that's injury prone behind the Swiss cheese offensive line. Yeah, that makes total sense. But hey, man, it is recoup what you can. Hell, I'm even going to this point with just fire sale. Hey, who want Aaron Donald? Who want Aaron Donald? Huh? Rebuild. Because Aaron Donald's in 33. He's already been flirting with the R word, retirement word. So give him his last few coins. But get some work for him. Why not trade him and see if you can? Because I think even at 33, I think you can squeeze a one out of him. Out of a team that wants Aaron Donald. I mean, why not? Why the hell not? I would trade all the talent I would because what's the alternative? You're not winning that division. You're nowhere closer as good as the Seahawks, nowhere closer as good as the 49ers. So you're not coming out of the division. You're not going to win a Super Bowl. This is when the business part kick in. Man, go ahead and let's reset this mug. We got our Super Bowl out of it. Why the hell not? I don't know if you want to be the GM that's responsible for trading Cooper Kupp or Aaron Donald, but hell, if it makes sense, to go ahead and start setting up your future as an organization, why the hell not? I mean, Aaron Donald's not no spring chicken. Cooper Kupp is he's had his, missing time situations too. I'm just a fan of football. Hey, what the hell do I know? Let's switch it up real quick. Last few minutes. Talk some baseball real quick, man. I'm seeing man, that guy Ronald Acuna Jr. Good. And that's an understatement to give. Young man is good. Made MLB history. Major League Baseball history, becoming the first guy to have 30 home runs and 60 stolen bases in a season. And still got time to add more because still got a whole month left in the baseball world in the regular season. Hey, this dude doing some Ricky Henderson type shit, bro. I get it. The rule changes with the Major League Baseball. It makes it a little bit easier for you guys to, get these stolen bases because of the alterations that baseball has done. But guess what? Hey, if you stole the base, you stole the base. You got to count it regardless. You had 30 home runs. You did. Hey, man. See, this is what I kind of loved about when the Major League Baseball made those certain rule changes, as in no shifting and things like that. This is one of the things that I did like, because it was going to promote players to be more active at base stealing. So I think it's a lost art. I haven't seen a good enough base stealer, like an elite one, since Ricky Henderson. And so the fact of the matter is that we got to appreciate things like this, not only because it's history, but it's because it's like you bringing back the spotlight to something that is so important to the baseball world. I think stealing bases is a lost art. And so when you see this young man, Ronald Acuna Jr., not only stealing bases, that helps his team because it puts him in scoring position. All it takes is a single in the right spot of the field. He could come home from second. So that helps out your team with scoring wise. Hey, when it's time to him to negotiate contracts, hey, man, y'all remember when I made that history, right? Yeah, pony up. Use it as a bargaining chip when it's time for that. So he's helping himself out. But it's damn sure helping the Braves out. They're one of the most highest scoring offenses in all of baseball, if not the. So those stolen bases matter in more than just one aspect. It matters to him individually because you can use it as a bargaining chip, get your money and your contract. And hell, it helps the team because you got a runner in scoring position for a fact. It's killing two birds with one stone. You happy? You happy? We happy. And Ronald Acuna is part of something special going on with them Braves down there in ATL, Georgia, baby. Don't be surprised. I mean, obviously they're the highest ranked by win-loss record in Major League Baseball. But this has been here. They just won a championship a couple of years ago. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You see them Braves doing that old tomahawk chop like the Chiefs do, like we do. Oh, talking they shit. Probably raising another trophy this year. Popping the champagne. It's a good possibility. Good possibility. All right, y'all. Y'all know the deal. I'm going to shut it down, man. Appreciate our love and support. Please go on over to the Facebook page, I.O.W Sports Network. We got it pinned up at the top. A chance for you to, keep showing our love and support for Jersey boy MJ as he dealing with this health scare that he has going on. And, there's a GoFundMe on the I.O.W Sports Facebook group. So join that as well. Of course, Instagram, we over there, I.O.W Sports Network, I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. And, of course, right here, the YouTube channel, I.O.W Sports Network. Tap in with us. And, man, enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday night going into Friday. Hopefully, y'all get a chance to go catch out some local high school football games because that's what Wildcard Martin and fam going to do. We're going to check out a local football game. But, hey, man, tap in with us. Hey, don't forget, let's join this NFL Pick'em League, baby. See y'all Monday. Peace and love.
Yes, y'all. It's your boy Wildcard Mar here, and I'm excited, folks. I hope you are, because football is back, baby. Yes, it is. And what better way to celebrate football being back by joining the I.O.W Sports Football Pick'em League. It gives you an opportunity as football fans to test your football knowledge if you can pick the winners of each game for 18 straight weeks. But please believe, it's going to be some stiff competition out there because we've done this for the last 3 years. Of course, you're looking at the inaugural winner, Melvin Wall from Man Down Sports, our year 2 winner. You see him rocking the championship belt. And then, of course, I.O.W Sports' very own Jersey boy MJ won the Pick'em League last year. He walked away with the championship belt, bragging rights, but most importantly, $200 cash. We gonna up that pot this year, y'all. Get a chance to win $300 cash, the championship belt, and bragging rights. So in order to join the Football Pick'em League, here's how you do it. You must pay an entry fee of $10, send it to either PayPal, Zelle, or Cash App. Give us your email, and in return, we will give you the link to join the group league. And after that, it's up to you. Y'all think you know how to pick NFL games for 18 straight weeks? You want the bragging rights? You want the championship belt? You want the $300 cash? Join the league. September 7th will be here in no time, so you don't want to wait too long. You don't want to hesitate at a chance of winning some cash, a championship belt, and bragging rights. Until then, keep enjoying all this I.O.W. sports content on I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Wildcard Mar.